On average, the city has about 29,000 residents, but for the past 8 months, they've been preparing to receive upwards of 100,000 tourists right here in the city. Now, of course, NASA has been a big part of that preparation, so to show you what we've been doing to help, I have a video here to show you. So we have been talking to the next generation of space explorers right here in Arkansas. We started off at Arkansas Technical University, and then we moved on to Russellville City Schools, where we spoke to hundreds of students all the way from 8th grade to 12th grade about this total solar eclipse. We had NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center, the Arkansas Air National Guard, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center, and even the Paris Observatory joining us all the way from France. Now, during that moment of totality, Arkansas will experience from 94 to 100% obscurity from the sun, and we'll have 4 minutes and 12 seconds to really soak in that fantastic cosmic event. Now, until that moment, of course, we are telling the residents to stay safe, keep those solar eclipse glasses on. But now let's go from Arkansas to Illinois with Blair Allen. How are things looking for you?
Jasmine, we're super excited here because crowds are filing into the stadium, but the main story here is the weather. Everything looks absolutely good and clear for totality today. We're very excited. We're just hoping, just like 2017, a little cloud doesn't come in and obscure things. But I tell you what, there's been a total solar eclipse here in 2017. Observation did not stop at SIU. Joining us now are two SIU students who actually did some observing. This is Callie and Paige. Now, Callie, I know that you guys went to Australia in 2023 and you observed the total.
Mic check, mic check. Welcome everybody. Let's power up, motherfuckers. All right, we're gonna be just running live during the eclipse, especially during the totality. I met you with a little live stream, remote live stream. Hope I can get it on my phone and send it to OBS, and then it'll go to YouTube. So just rock out, relax, relax.
To go through the eyepiece, you get to see it. Pretty impressive. Now, Paige, you guys are going to do some observation today. What are you set up for here in Carbondale today?
Yes, so we have two telescopes set up with the sun funnels for viewing for a select view of the public. And right now we're pointed at the sun and we're excited to see totality.
Now, what are your odds on good weather?
It's looking pretty good. I'm excited.
Isn't that great? I'm so excited. I tell you what, one final question, because I know you're experts with solar safety, but Team Earth, Sun, or Moon?
We're both Team Moon.
Team Moon, Team Sun. I tell you, that's the best you're going to get, but we're all pro eclipse. Back to you, Tahira.
Let's go Team Moon. So, as you can see, folks, we've got a lot of exciting things in store all across this country, and that was only half of it. You're going to meet three more of our locations later on in the show. Now, Gina, we've got a ton of questions coming in online right now from our viewers.
Yeah.
How do you feel about some Q&A?
Let's answer some.
Okay, perfect. Let's do it. So our first question is from Fair Cerritos on Instagram, who wants to know, how can I help NASA?
You can help NASA by participating in the eclipse. If you can see it today, go outside, enjoy the moment, or download the Globe Observer app. You can do that right now before the eclipse crosses your path. You need a thermometer, and you just record the local time.
They like go outside and get hit with that CERN laser.
Much, Gina, and thank you to everybody sending in those questions. We'll take some more later on throughout the show. For now, let's check back in with Megan and Sarah.
Anything they say, I'm just skeptical. Like if they be like, stay in the house, I'll be like, nah, go outside. If they be like, go outside, I'll be like, nah, go in the house.
In space, 250 miles above the Earth in the International Space Station, everyone please help us welcome NASA astronauts Jeanette Epps and Mike Barrett. Sarah, you've been waiting.
I'm so excited
for this.
Oh my
Hello,
God,
everyone.
fake space.
Oh, Jeanette, Mike,
hey,
thank you for joining
look
us.
How fake that is. Nah, bro. Nah.
It's a pleasure to join you
I can
guys,
almost see the green screen and everything. Like,
NASA scheduling this eclipse to bring the world together.
Nah.
You'll have 3 opportunities to view the moon's shadow over North America, and that last pass will give you guys the best
what's
views.
going on with
And we
the
hope to
mic?
also
Like,
share
it's
those
like-
live views with everyone here on this broadcast around 3:30 p.m.
You know, they
Eastern
say
time.
they might be in
Now,
like
Jeanette, I have
some,
2 questions for
high-
you. Are you
in
looking
some
forward to
airplane
being
real
one
high
of the
on
few
free fall
people seeing
to give
today's
them that
total
feel?
solar eclipse from space? And 2, I know your crew member
trying
Matt
to- on my
Dominic will use a
flatter
camera with a solar
brain, I'm
filter
trying
to
to-
photograph
hold on,
the
let
sun
me just-
being
In my flatter brain, I'm trying to figure out how they doing that mic trick. They like magicians. You know what I mean? You know all those movies and magic shows and David Blaine and what's the other boy name? Chris Angel. They doing all types of crazy shit that'll fuck your head up. So you saying NASA couldn't do some kind of magic shit? Magic. All right, fuck it. Let's listen.
What about you, Mike? What's going through your mind as you're preparing to see such an awe-inspiring event?
Well, admittedly, I'm a bit of an eclipse junkie. My first one was like when I was 19 with the homemade telescope in the desert, and a few since then, and actually during the 2017.
This shit looks sketchy. Look at the boy in the back. Like, I mean, maybe space is real. I don't know. But know what I was thinking when he said, "I'm waiting to see it." The bull's like, "Can't wait to see it." But wait, they can't see it on the space station, right? You can only see the eclipse from the perspective of being on Earth, right? Something fishy about that, right? All right, let's think about it. If you're on the space station and you're looking down at Earth and the moon is behind you and then the sun is behind you, all right, they may be able to see it, but I don't think it's gonna be no perfect totality because they're not at the same distance as being on the Earth. See, something fishy.
a unique opportunity to study the.
It's gonna turn into a flat Earth video.
Can you tell us about the
Right.
atmospheric waves experiment attached to the outside of the space station right now?
Sure. We have an atmospheric wave experiment that's going on now, and what it looks at are these atmospheric gravity waves. And these waves transport energy and momentum up through the climate system. So with the imager on the atomic wave experiment, we're going to look at how these atmospheric gravity waves impact our Earth's climate, how it can impact our space and global and all of our comms, how it can affect our navigation system. And so over the next 2 years, researchers will use an infrared imager to look at the global distribution of these waves as well as their characteristics.
Mike, how does it feel to have a hand in maintaining the space station so that important science like the atmospheric waves experiment can happen?
Well, of course, the main reason we're up here is actually to conduct that science. We maintain the station to keep this platform what it should be, what it was built to be, which is a vibrant laboratory, which covers so many different disciplines on the inside and the outside, like the gravity waves experiment. I mean, it's an honor and a privilege, as much as anything, to have a hand in that science, and we end up being basically the eyes, the hands, the on-site presence to conduct that science. And we get to be the first to see results of just amazing things that are years in the making by a bunch of really smart, ambitious scientific teams on the ground. So that's really where the joy is. Maintaining the station is just like maintaining a research ship, something I actually quite like. So I feel very much at home in that role.
It's still blowing my mind. I mean, we're here in Cleveland, Ohio, live. You guys are up in space in the International Space Station. I can't believe the opportunity that has been afforded to us, and I hope our viewers really enjoyed this time with you. And I hope you enjoy the show from up there. All right.
We have, but we do want to close by saying, first of all, we really enjoy being here, but everybody stay safe and use the simple means to protect your eyes as you look at the eclipse, as Jeanette and I are modeling here.
I mean, even though
which makes us blind as a bat on the inside, but solar.
Even though they say this shit looks sketchy. Look like they hired that chick off the block in North Philly. Gave her $40. Like just float around, don't say much. Yeah, space is real. Nah, but it's like it's a little eerie. They keep saying, "Stay safe." Like, even though that's what they mean, because you might fuck your eye up if you look at it at certain times. But I'm still like, I don't know, my boy.
That's a great question, Adrian. So only a precious few today are going to get to see a total eclipse because the moon is so much smaller than the Earth. It only casts a very narrow shadow. But still, even in California, you're going to get to see a partial eclipse, and that is still a really cool event. So I do encourage you to get out there and see it for yourself today.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, #eclipse. Wherever you're watching us, drop that in the comments, and we'll try to get to as many questions as we can on the show.
Now? Supposedly, it's in this trajectory right now.
We have, obviously, people celebrating with us online. And at events across the country. So why don't we check out some of those events again now?
Yeah, let's see some.
Waco, Texas
Ain't
again.
nothing going on over
People
there.
look very, very comfortable in their camping
Bunch of white
chairs
people with
and
a bunch
spread
of
out on
money.
picnic blankets.
They look like they're having a good time.
Don't gotta
Yeah.
go to work. They
Few
just hanging
clouds.
out. They all
A few
old. I
clouds,
ain't
but
gonna be
again,
like
they have
that.
some time there before.
It's just retirees. That's in Florida.
Kennedy
so
Space Center, they will see a partial eclipse. We have some people walking around the Rocket Garden.
It's basically just a cash
Oh, it looks like they
grab.
have beautiful weather
Just
there.
giving the
California
feeling
Academy of
cash
Science.
grab. Y'all niggas. Yeah, bunch of you were coming down on the space station. Pay about $20 a piece. Probably like $50 knowing they greedy ass. Come hang around, generate some revenue. This definitely feel like a grab. It's a grab. All right, let's go back. Supposedly, I think this live. Yep. All right, supposedly this is tracking it right now. I don't know. Why is it so far away? If we about like 10-15 minutes away from we actually be able to start seeing something out there in my location. So I don't know what's going on. So it's supposed to be right here, because if I zoom in, it's moving. So we're gonna check back in. So this is the map tracker. We'll check back in a little later. Hey, what happened? Alright, so it's right about there. Well, I guess, right? Or where the moon and the sun is supposedly at. I don't know what's going on. Something is weird. Like, I'm still trying to understand the complex of globe Earth and flat Earth and what this means, what it could mean from both thoughts and both theories. And it's just weird. Like, eclipse is hard to imagine even in both theories. Alright. About to throw some game on for y'all. Get your game on. I'll come back to that a little later. Alright, let's get the rapidy rapping talking back.
Would be projected through
Absolutely.
the index card right now. That's how you safely watch it.
That is a good, safe way to watch it. There's a lot of other ways to see it as well.
I know that. I have that.
I'm prepared.
Colander, right?
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun, because if you're in an open area like this today, and you don't have your glasses, or you just want to see something really cool, again, put it over your shoulder and hold it. You'll get a big array of all those little eclipses happening on the ground below you.
Yeah, actually, I think we have a picture of that. I'd love to see that, because really it is a very, perfect. Look at that, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, even if you don't have anything, right, you can actually use your hands to make your own sort of improvised pinhole cameras.
Absolutely. That's amazing. And, I was explaining a little bit ago that in my own yard during the annual eclipse, when I was out working in the yard, and I said, hey, there's an annular eclipse going on. So I went under a tree, and I was looking at a tree, and then on my driveway, all these little eclipses.
Oh,
just
that's
hundreds of them.
amazing. Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
it's absolutely amazing
Beautiful.
pictures.
Great. So I hope if
So-
people have trees near them, they can take a look at that. Steve, thank you so much
You're
for
very
being
welcome.
here. We really appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right, so the eclipse is getting closer and closer to the west coast of Mexico. We will experience totality there at Mazatlan, in particular, 2:07 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's head back over to James at our eclipse board for another look at the path of totality.
Yeah, thanks so much, Megan. A lot coming up very soon, and make sure you know exactly when to go outside to observe that totality if you're on our path. Or even right now, if you're experiencing a partial eclipse, I've got in our Eclipse Explorer here, I can zoom out just a hair here to show you this. I've got our penumbra on, so this is all the places inside here already experiencing a partial eclipse. You've been seeing some great feeds from our camera in Mazatlan, Mexico. They've been experiencing that kind of crescent sun for a little while now. They're just about 20 minutes out from actually experiencing totality itself. They're gonna have a long window where they are 4 minutes and 17 seconds. For some context, back in 2017, the last eclipse that swept across America, the longest time was only around 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That was in Carbondale. This time around, some very long times, just a little bit northwest of Torreon, Mexico. They're gonna get upwards of 4.5 minutes. A lot of time to really observe it, but just make sure that you know when to be outside. And as always, access that tool at go.nasa.gov/eclipse explorer. This is going to keep moving on. You see this little thing, I have this actually running in real time. This is our shadow of totality. This is going to continue to move further and further to the northeast and actually make landfall in just a few moments in Mazatlan, Mexico. As you've seen all throughout the broadcast, we've got correspondents all up and down the US, all the way up to Maine, covering this live. Very excited to continue tracking this. Make sure you know what's going on here. But for now, back to you, Megan.
All right, thank you, James. So now let's introduce you to more of our correspondents along the path, starting first with NASA's Lauren Ward, standing by to show us what's happening in Indianapolis, Indiana.
That's right. Thanks, Megan. We are at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indianapolis, Indiana. It is a gorgeous day. Behind me, I have over 50,000 people here to spectate today. Today, we are waiting for a spectacle that is of a celestial kind. Of course, this is most known for the Indy 500, but we are waiting for something a little bit special today. With me, I have the 2016 Indianapolis Motor Speedway winner, Alexander Rossi. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you. So the Helio Big Year is a celebration of sun science and how the sun touches everything, including IMS. So tell me, the track when you're doing a qualifying round is about 4 minutes long, which coincidentally is the length of totality. So tell us, what is it like being on the track?
You know what? The sun plays a huge role in determining the performance of the car based on the track conditions. So we actually, when it's a day like this, as much as it's beautiful for the fans, it's actually very difficult for us as drivers, because as the surface heats up, the oils come to the top of the asphalt and it actually becomes slippier. So that's surprising to people. They think that temperature would mean grip, but it is until a certain point. And then once it kind of crosses over 100 degrees on the surface, you start to actually go the other way.
Wow. And tell me about those tires. How does the sun affect those?
So we use slick tires. So Firestone tires are slick. On a road car, you have tread, right? Because they're supposed to use in all conditions. Slick tires actually have a bigger contact patch, more surface area, so they generate more grip at a temperature, right? So they operate between 180 to 230 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, the sun is good until a point. When they go over that 230 degree mark, you start to lose that grip again.
Ooh, all right. Well, we have a little competition going on today. We're trying to determine whose big day is it. Is it the sun's, the moon's, or the Earth? So my question to you is, are you Team Sun, Team Moon, or Team Earth?
That's a hard one, but I'm going to go Team Earth. You know, I just think we're so lucky, especially today with the people that are around us here, to be able to witness what we're about to see. Go Earth.
Go Earth. You heard it here first. All right, guys, thanks. We'll be back here. Daryl in Niagara, over to you.
Bro, why are they talking like that? Like it's like
all right, thank you very much, Lauren. Just 500 miles northeast of you. We are here at Niagara Falls, right next to the Niagara River.
Sun, like
this is a special location for a lot of people because it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see a natural wonder set against a celestial one, the solar eclipse. And so let's talk first of all about the natural wonder, and it all starts right here. Look at this massive river and the amount of water that's moving through here. 500,000 gallons of water, 500,000 bathtubs actually going over the falls at every 60 seconds. It's tremendous, the flow here. It interacts with the air, it hits the rocks, and it also, you know, it flows up a mist column that is omnipresent. This is always here. So one of the things that eclipse watchers want to see is, how does it interact with the light? Will we have a pink rainbow because only prominences from the sun will be seen and they're pink? We'll have to see about that. One thing we do need is a little bit better cloud clearing around here, because we do have some cloud cover. But that's okay. People who have gathered here are excited and they're hopeful that it will clear. Who's here? Well, I want to show you our camera from about 500 feet away. Look at all my friendly eclipse watchers. Are you guys ready for an eclipse?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey area.
Well, I love the energy. We could use this energy to blow the clouds out of here. As our camera backs out, you're looking at Terrapin Point, and this is the lawn here. It's roughly the size of a football field, and everybody who's here, a lot of people came in at 6 a.m. this morning. They currently cut off the park from anybody from coming further into Goat Island here. So this is the max capacity that we're at right now. It's that popular. Over to the other side, our friends from Canada. Look across the river gorge, about 1,000 feet away. Niagara Parkway is lined with people. So it's a beautiful shot over there, and we really appreciate our Canadian friends who have joined us. Now, our Canadian friends who have joined us. Now, this isn't just about the solar eclipse. We've been here for the past week, and we were at locations all across Niagara Falls, 12 to be exact. Take a look at this video. Crowds of people packed the Niagara State Park Welcome Center, where Commander Munikin Campos, the mannequin who flew around the moon during the Artemis 1 test flight in 2022, was on display. Our partners at the Canadian Space Agency sent kids virtually to space all week long. And NASA experts from the Kennedy Space Center gave presentations and talks at places like the Niagara Aerospace Museum and libraries across the area. The outreach was a huge success, with thousands of people participating in the events and passing through our exhibits. And we just want to thank everyone who came out to see us at all our locations, and we hope you left a little inspired about space exploration and a little wiser about all NASA's missions. Okay, coming up, we've got a very special guest for you who's going to share the eclipse with us. CSA astronaut Jeremy Hansen. He's going around the star today, the moon. Not the star, the sun, the moon. The star of the show, I should say. He's going to be here. He's interacting with the public. We're going to get his thoughts on totality along with everybody else who is here. And we're pumped and excited. Right, everybody? We ready for the eclipse? You can hear the excitement. All right, now I'm going to send it 800 miles to the northeast to my colleague Angelique Herring, who is in Holton, Maine, where I hear you have some pretty good weather.
Hello, Daryl, and welcome everybody to Maine. That's right, we do have some great weather.
Sit back. Shit sketchy. My whole computer is sketchy, laggy and sketchy. Alright, come on.
Of ourselves.
And these are the last few moments of sun creeping through the.
Ain't shit laggy. I'm about to stop the game.
Those deep valleys, just before we hit totality.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta stop the game. There's no way it's lagging like this. Dang. It's still coming through smooth on the live side. I don't know what's going on. My whole computer is freezing up right now. Saying, nope, nigga, you doing too much. Alright, come on. Shit lagging, like the mouse pointer doing whatever it wanna do. Maybe I gotta stop the game. Get the game running still. But YouTube just straight stop. Come on, YouTube. I stopped YouTube for a second. Cause it's tripping. It's your sketchy. Got the helicopters flying over here. What's going on? Alright, stop fucking the game. I turned the game off. Cause YouTube froze. NASA like, get out of here, motherfucker. Plagiarizing our channel. But yo, provide so much awesome fake Earth coverage. I can't resist. Like, come on. Glitchy. Some come back. Damn, I probably gotta restart my whole computer. But the live really gonna stop if I do that. Maybe. Wonder if I restart my whole computer with the live stop. It probably just pause. This shit glitchy. The eclipse. It's already affecting the grid, the morphing grid, the internet grid. Alright, come on. This shit froze up. Alright, let's do a little Control Alt Delete type shit. Right? It might work. Snap your computer out of it like, wake up, motherfucker. This shit trippy right now. Alright, I'll stop the live. Let me refresh YouTube fucking window. Maybe that's it. It's coming back, bitch. YouTube starting to move, but it ain't nothing come back. I'll refresh this shit. Maybe I ain't on my internet. Let me check, see if I'm on the right internet. I got like 2 of them. One stronger than the other one. Come on. I'm just trying to get the mouse over to the refresh button. That shit struggle. That might work. Let's see. We frozen. Damn, I'm about to restart my computer. Hope the live don't end. Live gonna fuck around and damn, I gotta restart this joint. It's tripping. I'm gonna stop fucking OBS. It probably ain't gonna do nothing to the YouTube stream though. I think if I completely, I don't know, I think a YouTube stream would keep streaming even if I turn my computer off. It'll just like, it'll keep streaming. Let's turn OBS off, see what happens. We froze up for the eclipse. It still probably ain't hitting yet over where I'm at. I'm gonna look outside probably like in 10-15 minutes. It's bright as hell out there right now.
And now we're going to head it back over to James at the eclipse board.
Whew, yeah, the countdown about the kind of rippling effect that we see of the eclipse shadow. When you first see this right here, at first glance, you might think it's low resolution or we're lacking some kind of information here. The inverse is actually true. This is actually incredibly high resolution, this shadow projection that we have, because of data that we've been gathering at our moon for more than 10 years, thanks to an orbiter called the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. It's been mapping our nearest neighbor in incredible resolution, just really getting every single bit of valley or crater or mountain. All of those little imperfections on the moon are contributing to that shadow that we see rippling across the country. You're not going to be able to see that from the ground, but looking from space, you see that really cool effect of kind of the rippling there here. So let's just preview some things to come here. Mazatlan, they have that last little crescent sliver of sun. For now, if you're in that area, make sure you keep your glasses on until that sun is completely blocked out by the moon. That's going to be in just a few moments. You're going to have a long duration there, 4 minutes and 17 seconds. That sounds like a lot of time, but it's going to move like that. So make sure you are ready on the pulse. Again, for all of our locations up on this path of totality here too, make sure you set a timer on your watch or a phone or something to remind yourself to look outside and experience this. You don't want to miss this. If you do miss it, you got a long time to wait for the next big one across America. That's going to be in 2045. So make sure you're watching and watching safely here. You just saw some footage from Kerrville and Cleveland as well. It's a little bit cloudy in some places. Really hoping that clears out in time for us to have that beautiful view. In just a few moments right here, this eclipse is going to be coming up in
what does it look like on the
Mexico.
ground, though?
So for now,
Show that area
this is going to be really
ground.
exciting. The countdown is on.
not
So for
showing
Mazatlan,
motherfuckers
this is the
morphing
last
in.
little bit here. Again, I'm always keeping an eye on that weather. And also,
mutating.
one little note about our tool here too. If you wanted to see
Yeah,
this
like,
little
look,
icon
look at
kind of
us, look at
previews
us. Don't
what the
look at it on
expected
the internet.
eclipse is going to look like
I'm about
at
to
that
look
given
up where
time.
they at.
All these little
And
googly eye
go on
features are clickable,
Facebook
hyperlinkable. You
or
can kind of
somewhere
click on that.
and check out
It'll
live
snap you
streams in
right
that
to
area.
that exact time to get an idea of what it's going to look like in your neck of the woods.
So science that they're going to conduct is about the WB-57. So we're going to fly some planes over and make sure that we can actually see that solar corona, that that hot atmosphere that's around the sun that we're about to get once we reach totality.
Yeah, and it looks like it's almost
there.
Yes, it's almost there. We have a view right now of inside the cockpit of one of the WB-57s, or at least we're efforting one, because as you said, this is going to be a huge part of what we do in Mazatlan.
Definitely, yeah. It's the
there it is,
Oh,
Kelly.
there it is. Oh, look at that view.
So we're looking out.
That's great. We're looking out, and it looks like we might be able to. We're seeing a lot of clouds, but hopefully a shadow as well as we're coming in to totality there. And so these WB-57s are carrying 3 different instruments or 3 different experiments: 2 to look at the sun and 1 to look at our atmosphere, because our atmosphere actually responds to the eclipse, and we're trying to figure out how that ionosphere, that layer of the atmosphere, actually responds to it.
And you said it does look like there's already a shadow over land. We also have a shot, and we'd like to pull that up now.
Flat Earth looking like a motherfucker. Score 1 for Flat Earth. Because, cut it out. Nah, I don't know. Show more. It don't look like no fisheye camera on that, John.
Have the stuff here. We also have rockets on the other side of the country being launched. So again, study that.
What?
That's the diamond ring.
You heard that? They said rockets.
We're not there, but I feel the energy just watching it.
So this is
Remember
because
Heroes?
of the craters and the peaks and valleys of the moon. We're seeing the last bits that are just getting through, and now we're getting to totality. This is great. So you're starting to see those pink fingers out there, kind of sticking out.
Wow. So again, totality
Where's that
here
at?
in Mazatlan,
That's in,
Mexico, the first community in North America to
right at them
experience the
fucking,
moon
Mayan
completely
temples.
eclipsing the sun. And if you are in Mazatlan
the
right now, it is now
monsters.
safe to remove your eclipse glasses for the next 4 minutes.
What? They got some type of filter. That should do look banging, though. I need to see that, though, with my own eyes, though. Blind me. give me Daredevil powers. I'm blind, but all my other senses is next level. I don't know. I would think things would have to be closer. The Earth and Moon are closer than what they telling us. That's what I think. All right, let's go back.
like interfere with GPS signals, and I know we all use our phones to navigate everywhere. So if we didn't have that, that would be a big problem. So we're looking to understand it better so we can all mitigate all those things.
Some of the movement we're seeing here is just our telescope operator adjusting, because again, they needed to make some changes for before totality. Now they're viewing it a different way, and then after totality, we might see some shakes there as well. But I really just cannot believe how crisp it is. As we said, it's not a marble, but I mean, just the view of it is so crisp with these little, again, those filaments are just amazing that we can see that to such accuracy, you know?
Right, definitely. And also the white fuzz. I mean, you're seeing something that's 1 million degrees just hanging out all around the sun. And, 3 billion Earths can fit inside of there. So there's a lot of atmosphere there, all around there, just hanging out, being very warm. And so one of our mysteries is, and one of the B-57s are addressing.
There you go, WB-57. Our pilot.
Yeah.
He's flying. So basically, Kelly, he is going to fly and try to chase down the shadow for as long as possible. Keep up with it as long as possible.
Exactly. The shadow is much faster than the plane. However, they can chase it for a while and get an extra 2 minutes. So on the ground, we can only get 4.5 minutes, and they're going to get 6.5 for that plane.
I love that they're waving to us. Oh, there you go. And now we're flipped. Now we're seeing the front. So again, they are in night. I mean, it looks very dark with only some light in the horizon. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and that's what we'll expect. Wherever we see totality is the night sky is very dark. You might even see some planets or stars, and then you'll see like twilight all around at 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Planets,
what
stars,
an
UFOs.
Amazing vantage point as well. My gosh. I'm very jealous. Kelly, are you jealous? I kind of feel like you're jealous.
I'm kind of a little jealous. Yeah, I kind of want to, see if I can make a faster plane so we can, follow it all the whole way.
Plus, they're up above the clouds, so they don't have to worry
about the clouds. Exactly.
Well, I do want to say a big thank you to the WB-57 pilots and the whole team supporting them for that great view. That was awesome. Kelly, you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the sun. And for those watching, if you're interested in learning more with her, check out her and other experts featured in the Sun series of NASA's Curious Universe podcast. And that QR code will pop up on the screen, and that'll take you straight to the episodes. Again, look at that double box we got there. We're showing you amazing views during this broadcast. A big thank you, actually, to the Solar System Exploration Research Virtual Institute, or SERVI, for providing the telescope views from Mazatlan.
Yeah, the SERVI team down there, the SERVI team is based out of Ames, but it is a collection of teams across the country and across the world that are sort of studying the intersection of science and exploration, helping us get ready for our next trip with humans to the moon.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, totality is actually about to end in Mazatlan. Let's keep watching our screen right now for, again, what are we watching for, Kelly?
We're watching for the diamond ring effect. So that's when the first bright light, we're starting to see it on the side there. So you're going to put your glasses on right now to protect those beautiful eyes, because now we're going back to the partial phase.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yep.
Kelly, that's a filter, by the way, everyone. That's why we're seeing that. But when you said put on your glasses, I'm so trained now to do it that I almost did it here in Cleveland. No, we're fine in Cleveland. We're still in Mazatlan. Again, what we're seeing is because we needed to adjust the filter. Now that, again, it's basically like putting on our glasses. The way that you said people on the ground need to put on our glasses, our telescope operators need to protect their own eyes as well as their equipment.
Exactly.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, they put that filter on. Oh, don't let the people at home get none of this energy. Nope.
Thank you.
I don't know why I'm thinking mad different things in my head. I'm thinking like reptilian. I'm stupid. It's like random things just flying in my head right now. Like
called Snap It. We have another QR code coming on your screen right now. Just scan that code, or if you're watching us on your phone, all you have to do is screen grab it, press on it later, and you can check out that game. Also the website, if that's easier for you, go.nasa.gov/snapit. Okay, so NASA can predict the total solar eclipse's path to a high degree of accuracy because of a spacecraft that launched nearly 15 years ago. This same spacecraft is now helping our Artemis 2 astronauts who'll be orbiting the moon next year. NASA's next step in establishing a long-term presence on the moon is sending 4 astronauts to fly around it with the Artemis II mission. Part of the crew's training has been to study images from NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, or LRO. The spacecraft launched in 2009 and continues to use 7 instruments, including a high-resolution camera, to help us learn more about the moon's surface. Because of LRO, we now know more about the moon's topography than any other planetary body in the solar system, including Earth. The Artemis II crew used LRO data and photographs to learn how to identify lunar landmarks they'll see from orbit and to seek out sites of scientific interest, like possible landing spots for future explorers. While helpful for planning Artemis missions, people back here on Earth also use LRO to predict the shape of the moon's shadow or
All right, about to get y'all some little bit of Instagram fun shenanigans. Prep you. Let's prep them.
What I'm about to tell you about the upcoming eclipse on April the 8th will blow your mind. Jesus talks about an evil and adulterous generation in Matthew 12 who will seek a sign, but no sign will be given except for the sign of the prophet Jonah. In Luke, the 17th chapter, it says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the coming of the Son of Man." So check this out. The path that the solar eclipse will take on April the 8th will literally go through the cities of Jonah, Texas, several towns and cities named Nineveh, and also through Rapture, Indiana, but that's not all. It will also take place under the constellation Cetus, which means the whale. My God, God is giving us signs of the hour we are in. And if you believe we are in the last days, follow now for more. What I'm about to...
What do y'all believe out there? I think also we could be believing things on a physical level. Oh, World War III, end of the world, some type of catastrophe, things of physical nature. But we probably still understand that can be of a different dimension or density, what takes effects. Things that happen more on the molecular level, unseen things, like we say, we can't see radiation, and we can't technically feel it, but we can feel the effects and make us sick. It'll kill us if we expose to too much of it. So I think it's more on they say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. I think we need to keep thinking about that line from the Bible and kind of understand, like, if the sun is giving off radiation, what type of radiation is it giving off during an eclipse?
To tell you about the upcoming eclipse on April the 8th will blow your mind. Jesus talks about an evil and adulterous generation in Matthew 12 who will seek a sign, but no sign will be given except for the sign of the prophet Jonah. In Luke, the 17th chapter, it says, "As it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the coming of the Son of Man." So check this out. The path that the solar eclipse will take on April the 8th will literally go through the cities of Jonah, Texas, several towns and cities named Nineveh, and also through Rapture, Indiana, but that's not all. It will also take place under the constellation Cetus, which means the whale. My God, God is giving us signs of the hour we are in. And if you believe we are in the last days, follow now for more.
So I guess Guess it's right there around that area right now. Mexico, South America. About to be me in an hour. I'm out.
All right, everyone's excited about the big solar eclipse happening on April 8th, but did you know it's going to be an even bigger celestial show than you think? Well, of course, the eclipse is coming, and once we reach totality, the skies are going to go dark. It's going to feel like nighttime. You're going to be able to see some bright planets, Venus, Jupiter, but also, if you got a pair of binoculars, a very special sighting of Comet 12P right near Jupiter, right during the eclipse. It's a bonus, 4 for the price of 1. Enjoy. All right, everyone's excited about the big solar eclipse happening on April 8th, but did you know it's going to be an even bigger celestial show than you think? Well, of course, the eclipse is coming, and once we reach totality,
went right across. There was an eclipse that took place 7 years ago, went right across America. There's another eclipse coming right across America. It'll make a perfect cross on the center of the nation.
God made the first sign go through 7 cities named Salem on August 21st, 2017.
The word Salem, according to the Bible, is peace. So God is saying 7 times he offered peace. The next eclipse is coming. It goes through several cities here, particularly Nineveh. So first we have 7 cities called Salem, and now 7 cities called Nineveh. 7 and 7. 7 cities called Salem, 7 cities called Nineveh, and 7 years apart. Right in the center of the cross is a city called Rapture. What is God's message? He's coming very, very soon. There was an eclipse that took place 7 years ago, went right across America. There's another eclipse coming right across America. It'll make a perfect cross on he offered peace. The next eclipse is coming. It goes through several cities here, particularly Nineveh. So first we have 7 cities called Salem, and now 7 cities called Nineveh. 7 and 7. 7 cities called Salem, 7 cities called Nineveh, and 7 years apart. Right in the center of the cross is a city called Rapture. What is God's message? He's coming very, very soon. There was an eclipse.
This is getting wild. The National Guard is going to be here now for the solar eclipse. This article today was released in an Oklahoma newspaper saying that they will have guardsmen present in McCurtain County for the solar eclipse. But things get much weirder. The 22 members of an elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed in Broken Bow, in addition to 110 to 150 Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers. They're also urging residents to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event and to have full fuel tanks. They're also saying that it's likely that communication facilities could be overloaded, possibly making it difficult to make cell phone calls. Similar warnings are going out in different states, including Noblesville Fire Department in Texas. And apparently schools are
I ain't gonna lie, right now it feels like a little bit of fear mongering, but this could all be legit.
Canceled this day, and people are going on Twitter writing statements like this: something strange is definitely happening. My kids in 3 different schools all got notices that school will be closed that day. What do you know about this solar eclipse? As all
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.
What the fuck is
For
this
real.
piece of
That's
shit?
how it's gonna probably be.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God. It's beautiful.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Hello there. Hello there.
For real, every time some conspiracy theory or something come along, like it just become just the lunchroom talk, like the small talk. You be talking to somebody like, yeah, whatever. Yo, you ready for that eclipse though? like what?
Niagara Falls has declared a state of emergency. But get this, it's for something that's going to happen in the future. In one of the strangest stories I've heard in a while, the Niagara region announced Friday that they'll be declaring a state of emergency to accommodate an upcoming once-in-a-lifetime event. A solar eclipse that's set to take place on April 8th. But it gets even stranger. At the exact same time as the eclipse, NASA will be firing 3 rockets into the moon's shadow, and the CERN particle accelerator will be firing up for the first time in 2 years to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. Am I the only one weirded out by this? Niagara Falls has declared a state of emergency. But get this, it's for something that's going to happen in the future. In one of the strangest stories I've heard in a while, the Niagara region announced Friday that they'll be declaring a state of emergency to accommodate an upcoming once-in-a-lifetime event. A solar eclipse that's set to take place on April 8th. But it gets even stranger. At the exact same time as the eclipse, NASA will be firing 3 rockets into the moon's shadow, and the CERN particle accelerator will be firing up for the first time in 2 years to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. Am I the only one weirded out by this? Niagara Falls has declared a state of emergency. But get this, it's for something that's going to happen in the future. In one of the strangest stories I've heard in a while, the Niagara region announced Friday that they'll be declaring a state of emergency to accommodate an upcoming
emergency. Psych. Maybe about to power up morphing grid. Cut it out. All right, let's see where it's at right now. Still moving along South America. Guess it's still Mexico area. I wonder if the rest of the world gets it when they get it around there. All right.
Job that you love, go all in on it, live your best life, be
be as good a professional as you can and someday apply for the program. And we look forward to seeing your application come across our desk.
Thank you, Reed, and good luck on your upcoming
Thank
mission.
you. Thank you. Great to be here.
Now, if anybody feels like reaching for the stars, NASA is actually currently accepting applications to be an astronaut. You could one day travel to the moon and eventually to Mars. From teachers to scientists to even those in our armed forces, we are looking for a diverse group to take you.
Y'all need me up there or down there. Stay woke. I bet that's crazy. Watch they said this on air. It's gonna be a damn million motherfucking applicants now. Motherfuckers rushing to that site. Sign me up, motherfucker. I'm trying to get off this motherfucking planet. I'm tired of this planet shit. Set me up on a new planet. Fuck this shit.
Hi, I'm Paul DeYoung, short commercial. How to know your physics. I specialize in predicting the path of fast-moving objects at a split-second pace. At my position, it's key to know exactly where and when two paths will cross.
Boy, you don't get out of here with that commercial. It was too loud too. I had to shut that shit off. Shut it off. I'm tired of adjusting my audio on OBS, my output audio. Guess those mics in that NASA studios kind of low. Y'all need to turn it up a little bit. Because it's not on regulation with the rest of the fucking peak of all the other videos and things that's out, commercials. Turn your mics up, NASA studios. Let's see. He's still talking. Boy, you don't get out of here.
You actually can't see. About under 2 minutes actually, away from totality here in Kerrville, Texas, which will mark the start of our eclipse coverage across America. Now, folks, we have a little bit of cloud coverage right now in Kerrville, so we are showing the Dallas feed. But again, we're holding out hope.
We are.
Gina and I are thrilled to be here with Dr. Nicola Fox, who is the Associate Administrator of NASA's Science Mission Directorate. Nikki, thank you for being here.
Oh, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Thanks for being here, Nikki. So tell us how the science conducted today will really impact the future of exploration at NASA Science.
Oh, wow, there's so much that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be studying the sun. We're going to be studying the Earth's atmosphere and how that changes. You can see it getting dark here. And, we've got these little magnetometers. They're going to be all across. We have 30 of them all the way across. I'm going to hold it up.
Very nice. Love magnetometers.
Magnetometers, and we're gonna be having these all the way across the path of totality. And it sounds like we should get up.
Oh my goodness, let's go. Oh my goodness.
Less than a minute. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, glasses on, Nikki? Yes?
Yeah,
or
glasses
no?
on, but we're about to get yeah.
There's some cloud
Yeah, there's
coverage.
some cloud coverage.
It's trying to peek
It
out.
is trying. It is trying. Dark here. The wind's picked up. You could actually see the birds started flying in a very weird pattern a minute ago.
Dark.
Good point.
Dark.
Come on, clouds.
Everyone's
Wow.
screaming.
Yes.
You know, I might have to switch to Team Sun.
I mean, it don't
Come
get
on.
dark though.
Oh my goodness. We're
sun is finally
there.
out,
We're nearly there. Okay.
Go. Wow, the crowd is counting down.
Yes.
That shit like an explosion went off.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
But they not there. This one's beautiful. They seen the same thing over and over every time. 4 or 5 times in each city.
They're gonna move. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that shit do look crazy. They got that.
I've been saying all day. Look how dark. Look how dark it is around here. Yeah.
It is just this white ring.
White ring.
Yeah. It's so dark.
It is so dark. It is
You
so
can see the
dark.
planes in the sky.
So it's gonna be like that.
Wow.
Philly.
We're gonna have planes and
We're gonna lock down
helicopters
the
and
stores.
drones all around.
Lock it down.
Look
Here
at
we
the
go.
clouds are gonna clear for us.
That. Yes. Yes. Woo! Woo!
Oh my
Look at that. Just
People in the studios or that's That's what they
And we have about, what, 4 minutes
Oh, yeah.
to
4
just
minutes.
Oh, wow.
fast.
And
Did
25
it get darker just now?
To be
Yes.
I mean, this really,
Yes.
again, reminds you that we are on this one planet, you know,
Yes.
in this larger system.
And you have to be on this planet to see what we're seeing.
You do.
right now.
That's why we are Team Sun, Earth, and Moon. Because you need the moon for an eclipse. You need the sun for an eclipse. And we're
Right.
standing on the Earth to see it.
Oh man.
So, all of NASA science represented by a total solar eclipse.
And something that, what, over 30 million of us today, at least in
At
the
least,
path of totality.
at least, yes.
Able to see
yeah.
this.
Crazy.
I
don't know about
people
you,
living in the path of totality. So
Doesn't
imagine
count
how
who
many people
travels.
actually travel
I think
here.
they still got lights on.
Yes.
This
on
is
the
getting
park,
me
a little
extra
bit of lights.
excited about all the science that
All the
But
science
they
that
had
we're
them
doing.
right.
Yes. Yes.
all right, those clouds are playing tricks on
Those
us
clouds
now.
are being pretty mean. Yes.
It was nice to get a taste, though. Wow.
true.
It is
Yes.
so dark.
It is.
We've got everybody
It is
looking
so
up.
dark.
I'm so happy that,
Yes.
for folks that travel,
Yes.
able to see this take place.
That's right.
And
so
it's been such a
waiting.
great atmosphere here all day. Every
Yes.
time the sun comes out, everybody
Everyone's
cheers.
cheering,
Yeah.
counting down. It has been incredible. And so, wow.
That's true.
Oh, Nikki, what's your favorite part about an eclipse? Is this your first?
No, this is my second one, 2017. I was in Nebraska and I saw it there. But I think there's just, you can study the sun, you can study the corona, but suddenly you see it with your own eyes. And it's that feeling of just, wow, that is our star. Like it isn't just the sun anymore. That's a star, and you see it looking like a star. And, as we study, as we look for exoplanets in other galaxies that might be able to support life, we need to understand our relationship here on this planet with that star. And
That's
so it's so important. And I think when you see it, you're just like, wow, it actually is a star.
Yeah.
It's not just a bright point of light in the sky. You can see the structure. You can see just how exciting the sun is and actually how dynamic it is.
Yeah. And it's not often in heliophysics that we can actually see the science that we're doing with our own eyes.
That is right.
So it's
That
a
is
rare
right.
experience.
Or even sharing it, millions of
Have
us
so
today.
many people partake.
Yep.
That's right. It's pretty windy too.
Wow, that's really dark. I ain't gonna lie, that was really dark. Like, I don't know how it just got darker. Well, they said that a totality usually can last up to like, I don't know, long time. Probably like 5 minutes to 30 minutes, maybe to an hour. Maybe. Probably like 5 minutes. The most
point to the Earth, and so in the plane of the sky, the moon is exactly the same size as the sun, and that is very unique.
That is so special, too.
Yes.
I mean, what are the odds?
It's the 400s, right? It's
Yes.
The distance between the Earth and the Moon is 400 times closer than the Earth and the Sun, and the size is 400 times smaller as well. So it just blocks it perfectly.
Yep. It does, and right now the clouds are blocking it perfectly.
Well, we need to locate where the total eclipses are passing over like military bases and labs and stuff. That's where they doing some shit. What y'all doing? what CERN laboratories they got in any of them cities? They probably mobilize a little team, a couple trailers, set up shop right at some desert spot that is gonna have a moment of totality. And they're going to start shooting rockets and weird shit. See, they need to stop. So that's what we need to be checking out. I wish I did more research. Smarter thinking. Look it up. See where in the autumn CERN factories at. What cities they're close. Which ones are close to where the line of these eclipses are happening. Because they doing something.
Could see a sunspot. Obviously through their glasses, but they could see a sunspot. So, yeah.
Can you clarify what the...
Whatever they do, they're not going to get out the firmament. So that's what they're trying to do. But you're not.
They're very active, and that is what can cause space weather. So every now and again, those active regions can sort of explode and then send billions of tons of solar material
towards our planet. Wow. Well, this was fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Nikki. This was
Nikki.
incredible to experience this with you. Let's follow this eclipse right up that
Oh, they're in
path.
Dallas?
Next up is Dallas. We have Joy and Michael standing by
No,
for
they're
their
in a
big
studio
moment
somewhere,
in the
so
sun.
they acting like they right
Yeah.
there. Oh,
You
well,
can
they
feel the
are
temperature
corresponding
change.
with different people
The
at
wind
different
is
locations.
completely quieted down. Yep.
So the energy here is
They
amazing.
audio trash.
So with me right now is Dr. Michael Kirk. He's one of our eclipse experts. Michael, we saw an annular eclipse back in October, but
Yes.
today is a total eclipse. How are you feeling today?
It is totally different. I am ecstatic. The annular eclipse was really cool. This is...
Why they got solar, 3D glasses, like for the movies or something? Like, this ain't no movie, fool. Is those the glasses that do that? Or are those the special ones just like using that little paper glasses frame? Because them Jones like the movie theater Jones.
Eclipse right now.
Yes.
Michael, can you talk about some of the citizen science projects?
Yes, there are people all around the country right now making measurements of audio recordings to see how the environment is changing. And it is a great opportunity to do genuine science with just an audio recorder.
Fantastic. So we are almost like, let's see, a few minutes away. So minute
just a
30
minute.
out, I think, actually. So let's have a look at the eclipse. Michael, what should we expect to see moments before totality?
Okay, so as we approach totality, you're going to see that crescent sun slowly drift away, and then you're going to see the
All right, let's see how dark it gets there. It's getting a little darker.
sunlight cascading through the moon valleys, and then right before totality, you'll see a diamond ring, that last single point of light, and then we'll be in totality. We just have a thumbnail of sun left. We are closing in on totality here.
Wow, we see a slither of the sun left. Remember, you can only take your safety glasses off when the moon has completely covered the sun. And in Dallas, Texas, we are seconds away.
Oh my goodness, I can feel my heart racing. You can hear the crowd getting excited. The birds are chirping and they seem like they're going into their nighttime routines.
Wow. So we are a few seconds away. You can hear the crowds cheering.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. This is absolutely ecstatic.
The darkness is coming over Dallas.
Here we are. Just a few seconds
10
left.
seconds.
Woo! Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, we are 5 seconds away from totality.
One little bit. It's totally dark here. Deep twilight around here.
Wow. You can hear the crowd.
It's the last bit of lights, and we're in totality. Woo! Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That is absolutely breathtaking.
Oh my God, Michael.
Oh, she busting
How are
nut.
you feeling right now?
I am just awestruck. I mean, there's a few high clouds, but the beauty of the corona is clearly visible. You can see that spiky structure just poking out. It is heart-stoppingly beautiful.
Oh my goodness, I have tears in my eyes. I was not expecting this.
This is one of those experiences that you just never forget. I feel so special to be right here, right now, experiencing it, and knowing that people literally across the nation are doing the same thing it's truly amazing.
Wow, let's take a moment to take it all in. This is absolutely breathtaking.
Wow. You can see that spiky structure of the corona. That's indicative of our approach to solar maximum, that asymmetrical nature of the corona happens when we're in solar maximum, and that's going to be happening in about a few months from now. So that means that this view of the corona will never happen again, ever. This is a completely unique view that even if you see a million solar eclipses, you'll never quite see one like this.
So, Michael, you study the sun. What is it like to see the corona that you don't normally see?
I mean, I just, there are no words. I spent my life studying this thing, and to be able to see it and feel it is, I mean, it's just tremendous. You can see a prominence in the chromosphere, the middle atmosphere of the sun. It's a pink spot, and that pink loop is what I spent 5 years doing a dissertation on. that one little pink loop, and it's just, it makes it all feel like it's in perspective now.
I can't believe how clearly I can see those pink loops. And the structures in the corona.
We can see a few planets out as well. They're brightly shining in the sky. And actually, there's a plane racing across the shadow as we speak as well.
And I just want to take a moment to say huge thanks to our telescope operator, Vanessa Thomas, for providing these views. This is just so stunning.
People are applauding here, as you can hear. I mean, I think everyone here is getting exactly what they came for, which is just that sense of your place in the universe. This is our closest star, and being able to see the star like this is truly special.
Okay, we have 1 minute left of totality.
Oh, the time just passes way too quickly.
The next eclipse won't happen across the US for another 20 years, so this really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Our friends up in Alaska will see their next eclipse in 2033, so I am like already thinking I need to go there. I mean, it's just, it doesn't matter what I need to do, I just have to go there.
Wow. So we're 30 seconds out. So right before totality ends, our telescope operator, Vanessa, is going to put the solar filter back on. But let's just cherish these last few moments of totality in Dallas, Texas. Michael, what will happen right before totality ends?
So as totality is ending, we'll go through the process in reverse. You'll see maybe a diamond ring, a few Bailey's beads as the sun creeps out of totality. And then we're going to go back into a crescent sun again. Okay, and there's a diamond ring again. So time to put your glasses back on. And
Sunglasses back, eclipse glasses back on.
And it's coming back again.
Wow, the slither of the sun.
And you can see shadow bands on the ground right now. It looks like it's almost raining, or you can see those shadow bands racing across the ground as we come back in out of totality.
Wow. Whew. Oh my goodness, Michael, that was amazing. I was not expecting to feel so emotional. I still have tears in my eyes.
It just grabs you. I mean, it is unlike anything else. It's as amazing as seeing anything in the natural universe. Like I said, there are no words.
Michael, thank you so much for...
All right, I'm back from outside. It hasn't shown anything out there. Like, it looks just regular. It don't even look like you can, like, see any moon or nothing, like, close to the sun. Like, so they said on my, I got a screenshot of when they said. They said maximum coverage for Pennsylvania is, they say, it begins 2 p.m. It's 2:42 right now. 46 right now. It said totality begins 3:16, 3:15. Maximum 3:18. Totality ends 3:20. And the eclipse ends 4:30. That's in Erie, Pennsylvania. So we're not gonna see it in Philly. Like, Erie is close to Philly, right? So I don't know. They capping. Give me my upgrade. Stop playing with your boy. Alright, so it don't look like nothing going on out there right now. Like, just like straight regular. Looks nice outside. Nice day out there. I'm in here live streaming. I should be out there absorbing that radiation.
That path as well too, if I put on this overlay here for the percent coverage, a lot of folks, us included here in Florida, are experiencing that partial eclipse. As always, if you are in a partial eclipse, be sure to be wearing those eclipse glasses to protect your eyesight as you're viewing it. But you can see these bands here are greater than 75% view. So say you're watching up in, I don't know, Milwaukee here, for example. You've got a great view, almost 100% coverage. You're not quite at totality. 89.4%. Looks like you got good cloud cover there. 20% cloud cover. So hopefully you got a nice view up there as well too. I've also put on this overlay here to show you just the amount of the duration of totality. You see a lot of our places are within this middle band right here that are getting more than 4 minutes. It may seem like a lot of time, but as you've seen just how quickly that can go by. Michael sounds like he wrote his whole dissertation, a 5-year piece on those just few moments there. This just passes so quickly. And again, if you miss this, the next time you're gonna have to wait for this in the US is not gonna be until 2045. So again, make sure you're previewing exactly when to expect that peak time of coverage wherever you are in our path of totality, or even outside of that path of totality. So a lot coming up very soon. Again, our friends in Russellville, look like they have great coverage there as well too. Only 9% cloud cover, so hopefully they're getting a really nice view. But let's check in with Jasmine up there to see. Hopefully you're looking good for there. How's it looking up in your way up in Russellville? I'm just looking this way.
Everything is looking absolutely fabulous here in Russellville. We could not have asked for better weather. So we are back here in the downtown depot area, and joining us now is heliophysics expert Dr. Patrick Kane, all the way from DC. How are you feeling about your very first total solar eclipse?
I'm incredibly excited. As I'm watching all of the changes, there go the crowd. As I'm watching all of the changes, I'm thinking back to the textbooks that I've read, and this is, so it was all academic before. This is no longer academic.
Yeah, so the feeling is very different than what we might read in a textbook. Patrick, just explain, describe the atmosphere around us as it's changing.
Right now, as I'm looking around, of course, the temperature has been falling for the last 20 or 30 minutes, but the light is dimming, and it's dimming faster and faster and faster. It seems like it's accelerating. The crowd is definitely getting excited. I'm looking around the ground to see if I see the shadow snakes. I don't, but this is just really exciting.
It really is. Honestly, like you said, we're feeling that cooler weather.
Yeah.
The crowd behind us just erupted. We're also feeling them fall a little bit quieter too. So we're going to take a beat of silence as we get into totality. I think we're less than about 15 seconds away. So we're going to also look over our shoulder with our solar eclipse glasses still on until we are in totality. Here we go. Just a sliver of the sun left.
Getting close. Crowd's getting excited.
The crowd, all around us, completely electric.
Going. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Here we are.
Here we go.
And the crowd goes wild.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We got some Bailey's beads.
Absolutely stunning.
That is spectacular. We see Venus over to the side there.
And Patrick, it came and went so quickly, but we did see a diamond ring
We did
at the very
indeed.
beginning there. Can you describe to us what is that?
Sure, that diamond ring effect is due to the moon not being perfectly smooth. It's got mountains, it's got valleys. So just like here on Earth, when we see a sunrise or a sunset through a valley, we just watched a sunset through a valley on the moon.
Absolutely stunning.
Oh my.
So you said we could see one planet. I see it right there in the sky. Can we see any others as we're looking up?
Yeah, we've got Venus on the over to one side. We've got Jupiter up here to the left of the sun. And there's the corona.
Absolutely beautiful.
That is spectacular.
Now, you also said that this is happening during what we're calling a solar maximum. Now, Patrick, does that mean that the sun is stronger right now than normal?
Not so much stronger, just more dynamic. It's changing a lot. During solar maximum, the magnetic field on the sun is more chaotic, it's more disorganized. So you see more random directions for the jets of gas leaving the sun.
Right.
That is spectacular. We could see a stream.
All right, we are reaching that halfway mark already, 2 minutes into totality.
There's even just a hint of a diamond ring down at the bottom.
I can see it. Yeah, we're looking at a diamond ring from Arkansas, the Diamond State. Now, Patrick, of course, as we've been talking about it, this is part of what we are calling the heliophysics big year. You are a heliophysics extraordinaire all the way from Washington, D.C. So what does that mean?
Okay, so the heliophysics big year started out in October of last year with the annular eclipse. And of course, we take a pause here in the middle to watch this particular eclipse, but then it will end on December 24th of 2024 when Parker Solar Probe passes as close as it's ever going to get to the surface of the sun within 9 solar radii.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure that means a lot to you because you worked on Parker Solar Probe about 20 years ago during its inception. So tell us a little bit more about that.
I worked on a concept study for Parker Solar Probe back when I was a graduate student in around 2002 or so. And back then, the idea was for it to actually dive into the sun rather than orbit the sun. So it was going to be a sun dive.
Wow, that is fabulous. This must be a very full circle moment for you, right, Patrick?
This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. And that diamond ring has been Wait a minute. That's pink. What we are actually seeing is down into the chromosphere now of the sun. We're seeing a little bit deeper than the corona.
Nah, he probably
I believe it's because of the pinkish color. We're looking down into the chromosphere, which is the next layer of the atmosphere of the sun down.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh my God.
This is like nothing we have ever seen here in Arkansas, and like nothing we will see for the next 2 decades, right, Patrick?
That's right. It's going to be 21 years before we see it again here. 2045.
All right, so as we are starting to exit totality, of course, we're going to be very careful with our eyes if needed. We're going to put those solar glasses back on, of course. And the crowd just erupting, falling quiet again as they watch this magnificent moment take place.
I am actually seeing bats flitting through the air.
Oh, wow. Well, we will be very careful then.
Well, yeah.
And why is that, Patrick? Again, those nocturnal animals are coming out, right?
As far as they're concerned, it's nighttime. It's time to feed. So they're coming out to feed on all the mosquitoes we've been swatting.
Okay, got it. We'll be very careful for all those nocturnal critters around us right now.
All right. We are getting closer. Get ready to put those glasses back on.
All right. We're putting those glasses back on. The crowd wow. A second diamond ring seen from right here in Arkansas, the Diamond State. Absolutely stunning.
Outstanding.
Beautiful. Patrick, we're going to turn around now and just one question I really do have to ask you before we let you go is, are you Team Sun, Moon, or Earth?
I am Team Sun. Team Sun all day long.
Fantastic. I figured from a heliophysics expert like you. We want to thank the city of Russellville for hosting us, Arkansas Tech University, and our telescope feed operator, Joe Mattis. Thank you so much. Now, let's get back to James Traley over at Kennedy Space Center. James, back to you.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jasmine. What have you guys had there? So you were just right here in Russellville. You can see that shadow has now officially moved off and is on our way to our next target, which is up here in Carbondale. Carbondale is one of those very lucky cities because back in 2017, they were right at that intersection point of the 2017 eclipse across America. They're there again this year, but the difference is they're going to have a much longer slot. In 2017, they only had 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and that's not as much as they're going to have this year, which is 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the totally eclipsed sun. A really great viewing window for them to really take in this big moment. Very exciting to be able to track that for them as well. And also some details about this tool here as well. If I click onto their eclipse time here of 1:59:15 local time, you notice this little icon comes up here. This is actually simulated based off real data from the Parker Solar Probe of what we expect the corona around the sun to look like. And as you just heard, the sun's a lot more active this time around. It's kind of like a wild hairball, if you will. Lots of different streams.
Now this is where the spot that's really interesting right here. They said it's going through a city called Rapture. I want to see if they're gonna go live from that city. You know, they don't want to broadcast or insinuate or cause a panic. So let's see.
About this tool too is you can see the actual path that the moon is going to be taking across the sun, and all of this plays in real time if you time it up well. And so you can actually see, if I go to our live moment here, this is actually playing as what we're expecting in real time, the movement of the moon across the sun. Carbondale just had a little crescent there, and you can see that shadow is really closing in on them very quickly. Let me turn off that 2017 path and zoom in a bit here. You see there nearing totality in just a few moments, and their weather is looking great. We've been checking in with them all morning and afternoon. 27% cloud cover. That time of totality is coming up at 1:59:15. Really excited. And then it's going to be kind of bang bang for a while afterwards for a lot of our sites. We're going to be moving on to Indianapolis, all the way up to our final target in Holton, Maine. There is a lot coming up. And even again, still, if you're outside of that path of totality, have your glasses at the ready to be able to observe that partial eclipse. This is going to be going on for a while. But for now, let's take a look at Carbondale and see up close what it's looking like. How is it looking over there in Carbondale?
Couple more minutes.
Can't find it on this map.
Well, the crowds are going nuts here in Carbondale at SIU at Saluki Stadium. Bob Baer is with us, and Bob, it's amazing. I'm afraid to look up. I know it's not quite ready yet, but tell us, what do you expect here for the eclipse today? Good weather.
It's good weather right now. We have high clouds, so totality is going to look just a little bit fuzzy to us, a little bit hazy, but we are moments away from seeing the diamond ring here. This is awesome.
Oh, I thought we saw it.
I think we got about 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute away. Now, we're having longer totality. So are you feeling the temperature change? Because I'm already feeling the temperature drop.
I felt the temperature dropping about 20 minutes ago even, and the wind picking up a little bit. And I think, we have 4 minutes and 9 seconds here, so it'll continue to get cooler. And we got a lot to look at in the sky.
I'm very excited. I'm looking up when I can.
Oh, it's so close.
It's getting very dark right now. See the very dark. You can see the shadow going across.
Get to see this.
This is the start of it.
I'm not
It's
in Erie,
dark over
Pennsylvania.
here. It's
I'm in
light
Philly,
over there.
Pennsylvania.
This is
I can't see none of
amazing.
this.
Crowds are going nuts. We're about to get word that we're at Total. Oh, you can see the planets. The crowds are going nuts. This is crazy. Bob, this is amazing.
Here we go.
Don't look at the sun yet. It's
Really
not quite
close.
totality, but you can still see some of the planets right away.
Very close. You got about 15
And the crowd
seconds.
is very happy.
shadow
Oh,
bands.
total darkness here. This is incredible. Oh, wow.
There it is. Diamond
There it is.
ring.
Diamond ring.
Diamond
wow,
ring.
it's amazing. It's amazing. That is awesome. Look at that. Oh, and Bob, that's amazing.
Wow. Jupiter.
Complete totality. I see Jupiter.
Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous.
Wow, this is amazing, Bob.
Wow, that is huge. So we have some prominences. I think we want to go look through the scope.
Go through, look through the scope. I'm going to walk over with you as you talk through the scope. We are right here at one of the telescopes that we have positioned here. Bob is looking through with the naked eye and
so you got
going to give us some feedback on that. Maybe some prominences we're seeing. What's amazing is how dark it is compared to 2017. Much darker.
He sound afraid to say what he sees.
Astronomical features. We have seen Jupiter, and I believe what planet is that, Bob?
That's Venus
to the right. That's the Venus.
Can't quite see Mercury. I think it's obscured by those light clouds.
Yeah,
up
light
there.
clouds.
But 360-degree sunset around us.
This is amazing.
It's going to get darker.
It's going to get darker.
It's going to get darker.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is already pretty dark.
We are not in the middle of the shadow quite yet.
Wow.
Did you see it?
Yeah, timer started.
Okay, 2:46 to go. Okay.
All right, so we're getting some live data from the team here. I tell you, it's really impressive, Bob, because...
Oh, my gosh, it's getting better. See that prominence at the bottom
Yes, at the bottom, there's a prominence. I see it.
Wow. I keep looking
I
for
can't believe the
Mercury,
clarity. It's so much darker than 2017.
It's gorgeous. And what's awesome, we have 6 telescopes running back here,
That's
capturing
awesome.
data, streaming this.
And that's a big important part here. This is not just capturing image to share with people watching the show. You are actually capturing scientific data that can be used by scientists everywhere.
We are, and we've seen totality across North America so far in Mazatlan. Now we're experiencing it ourselves, and we'll experience it after this on the Jumbotron from the other dev sites.
It's like the most amazing eclipse train you could ever ride on.
Wow. This is a bit better than 2017.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
No cloud.
And you know what's interesting is the crowd is quieting down. They seem to be experiencing the moment, taking it all in. A really special moment here.
Look at that. So we must be getting close to the center. Where are we at? 2 minutes? So 1 minute, 30 seconds. The corona's looking brighter because our eyes are adjusting now.
I mean, that is amazing, Bob. And how much corona you see. I mean, like just last time I didn't see that much.
Visually, oh, there goes a bat. See a bat flying over the crowd.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the animals. Now we see them becoming active.
We found a Luna moth earlier as well. But that corona is about 4 times the diameter of the sun. That is massive.
That is amazing, Bob. And I'm really curious
1
about
minute?
that prominence at the bottom.
Have you looked yet, Blair? You have to look.
I haven't looked.
So take a look. So Blair's looking through the scope now.
Oh my goodness!
Totality.
No, that one right at the bottom is significant, Bob. It looks like a a coronal mass ejection, but don't fact check me on that because I'm just a novice. But there's actually two on the Bob. You got to look at that. There's two. Look at the
30 seconds. William.
30 seconds left in totality. Jump in there. Take a look. It's great because we have telescopes out here for people to look at and actually see total eclipse through it.
Corona.
And
we're getting close.
I don't know what you guys are seeing on television. But
10 seconds. We got to cut it off.
Okay, all right, here we go. 10 seconds before we need to put our glasses back on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're good. We put the cap back on the telescope to make sure nobody looks.
What an amazing event, Bob. There's the diamond ring. There's the second one. Oh, snap. Oh, that's amazing. It's like it was scheduled.
Yeah, somebody had the timing right here.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
We will see shadow bands again here.
Oh, you hear the crowd. Everybody's excited. There we go. What an amazing moment here at Saluki Stadium.
Oh my gosh.
With Bob Baer and 10,000 fans, all loving every moment of it. Bob, some final words.
Well, I think we just had an eagle fly over.
Okay, so
but incredible.
Well, that's one of those things you said. We saw animal reaction, we heard it, we felt it.
It was wonderful. So we got to keep an eye out for shadow bands. We're going to see them again in about 1 minute on the ground here.
Okay, so we'll keep looking for those shadow bands on the ground, but I got to tell you guys back at the studio.
Yo, what is that
I know
about?
you guys have seen eclipses.
Y'all heard that? Talking about some shadow bands. Like, what? What's the dangers? The way they talking like that's something that's deep. What's projecting down? Some entities or something? That just sounded crazy. I gotta look that up. During an eclipse, shadow bands. Like, what the hell does that mean? They was acting like, be cautious.
Fun.
Shadow probably gonna be moving without you and shit. He was like, oh.
Everyone gets on their glasses. We are so close. Ladies, what are we seeing right now?
I mean, just the ambiance of this moment. It is beautiful. We're just seeing a really small crescent, but the light all around us, it's so dusky.
And I'm
just odd.
It is. I'm feeling a temperature drop already, which I can't believe. It's feeling cooler. The crowd is starting to go wild.
Yeah.
We're still seeing them
Here we
crescent.
go. Here we go.
Getting
all
close.
right.
We are so
all right,
close.
and the best soundtrack you could possibly ask for in the background here.
Absolutely. Oh, we're so close.
Okay, just a little bit left, and you can really hear the crowd taking
go.
off.
They're
They
starting to go
cannot be
wild.
more
Here we
excited.
go. Yeah, here we go.
There we go. We're so close.
Here we go. Almost.
Almost. We are so close. And we.
Oh my gosh, there's that bright diamond ring. All right. Oh wow, look at that. I can see the.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I can actually visualize the corona. I've always wanted to see that.
Wow. Look at that. Fantastic.
Oh my God, it's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely
An incredible
amazing.
sight.
And dark.
Wow.
I'm jealous.
Look at how dark it is.
I'm really jealous and hating right now.
And you can really see
That's why
those
I'm so
streamers
quiet
coming
right
out
now.
right now.
Right
I'm
now.
seeing some bright lights around where we're seeing cratering, and I can see those streamers coming out of the corona.
And are those Bailey's beads? Are we seeing any Bailey's beads?
We were seeing some Bailey's beads. They're transitioning out a little bit, but yes, those bright light where the sunlight is shining through craters on the moon, mountains and craters. And look at those streamers of the corona. It is putting on a show.
Holy moly.
And it is dark.
Holy moly.
It is dark.
I gotta take a peek at the crowd right now.
Oh, look at the crowd.
Oh
The
my
crowd
gosh.
is absolutely
Oh my gosh.
going wild. Everyone's got their phone out. It is now safe to look at the eclipse without your glasses.
Wow.
What an amazing sight. Folks, we've got 4 minutes here, a little under 4 minutes to enjoy this.
Wow.
And if you were in an open field right now, you'd be able to see a sunset, a 360-degree sunset all around us.
Yes,
And you
I
can see a little bit of
You
that
can
now.
see the light around us a little bit. I have to say, this is my first total eclipse, Denise.
This is my first total
Incredible to see it.
totality.
Wow.
This is a bucket list moment for me.
This is incredible. Really a once in a lifetime, unless you're an eclipse chaser, which I'm considering it.
I might become one after this.
I quit my job.
Wow,
Oh my
fantastic.
gosh.
Oh
We
my
spent
gosh.
so long trying to see that corona and to see it with my eyes.
Yes.
Your own eyes. Wow, just gorgeous.
I'm just in
Oh,
awe of
yes.
being this person on this rock moving around the sun.
Yes.
I can't even believe it right now.
Yeah, and to share this moment together with 50, 60,000 people all looking up at the
So is this a W for the globe earthers or the flat earthers? I know y'all like arguing.
I hope you can take, the amazing energy and excitement from this crowd. What a special moment for the United States.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that? Look at this and everybody.
Oh, there we
my
go, the
goodness.
crowds. Wow. Okay, so I think we're
hope we
seeing.
get to see some of it. Damn. Don't do us
Yep,
dirty
those
like
beautiful
that. I don't think
The corona
I'ma
is just
see
putting
any
on
of
such
it.
a show right now. It's got my
Yes.
full attention.
Wow.
That's all I can watch.
Holy cow. We've got some very
Thought I was gonna get my
appropriate
upgrade.
music going on
We got
in the
those
background
goofballs
here.
getting the upgrade.
This is the best version of getting mooned that I have ever experienced in my life.
Don't strain your eyes.
Wow.
I am just in awe. There just aren't the right words to describe this.
I'm just noticing it feels so strange to me right now. Like I
Yes.
feel the hair on my arm
Wow.
standing up. I feel like it's nighttime and what
It
am I
is.
doing? And it was daytime.
And actually, folks, we're starting to get some nighttime insects coming out.
Yes, we're
buzzing
starting
around
to
the
see
lights.
bugs.
Yeah, we are seeing bugs
Yes.
tonight. It's hard to hear them over the crowd, but I can definitely see them
Yes.
flying.
Yes, I think the animals are a little bit confused. Nikki, while I have you, we've got a lot of programs at NASA looking at the sun. No eclipse glasses required. As the Associate Director of Flight Programs, tell me, what can we expect NASA to be sending to the sun in the next few years?
We are so lucky in the midst of this incredible time of Solar Max. We're getting ready to.
the
I'm seeing a diamond ring right now.
The
I'm
diamond
seeing a
ring.
diamond
Take a look. Take a look. Put your glasses back on. Be safe. That is the diamond ring, folks. Wow. Spectacular. Oh my gosh. Can even hear fireworks in the distance.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And the light is already starting to change.
It really is.
You can
Wow.
And
Yeah.
the crowd
Getting
is
fired up.
loving
I can
it.
hear the crowd just
Oh
loving
my
every second of it.
Oh, what a moment. I love those fireworks.
That was amazing.
Indianapolis is really pulling out all of the stops, and we love them for it. I also want to take a moment here to thank our two telescope operators, John and Dana, who have been providing these telescope views for us there from Ball State University. Thank you very much to John and Dana. All right.
It's like somebody flipped the lights back on.
It really is like a sudden
switch flip.
This is so crazy.
And I can feel it warming up already.
Yes.
Wow.
This is so amazing.
Incredible. Well, this is an incredible moment and an incredible moment for the Helio Big Year. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. This has been fantastic.
Thank you for having me and sharing
I'm
this.
so
moment.
excited to be
Yes.
here and to see this incredible sight.
Absolutely. Megan and Sarah, back to you.
Oh, that was so fun to experience, and I can't wait for us to do it now. Take a look at this drone shot where you can see it definitely got noticeably darker. We feel it
All right,
here.
who's
It's
next
colder.
on
The
the
crowd is
list?
cheering
Cleveland.
now. They're ready for totality here in Cleveland, Ohio. We are less than 3 minutes away, 2 minutes and
Damn, we
18
couldn't
seconds
get
away
one.
from totality here in Cleveland, Ohio. The crowd over here to our right
Oh.
going
Feel the
crazy,
excitement.
feeling the excitement. I'm ready for this. How are you?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's all of a sudden it's really getting dark and you're starting to feel it.
Yeah, it's like they just dimmed it out. Now it's like night. This happened within the last couple of seconds. But let's take a look around because obviously we're not the only ones enjoying the total solar eclipse today. We have some we have some eclipse viewing events that we've seen around the country. So why don't we take a look at some of those? Wow. Oh my gosh. So this
So
is
cool.
Times Square. That's the NASDAQ tower. And they are taking our feed live right now. And we're seeing
awesome.
Cleveland, Ohio's sun.
They're only going to get a partial eclipse today, but they get to watch our eclipse with us. So.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they can do that. Wow, look, that sliver of a crescent just left. It's actually perfect on that building.
It's beautiful.
The shape of that building, right? And we can see some people in the foreground taking a look, stopping to watch. It's hard to stop in Times Square, right? But they're stopping to take a look at this with us.
Beautiful.
This reminds me of Heroes so
Oh,
much.
awesome.
Like,
So
that
this
show.
is just next to us. This
Wasn't
is
that in New
Progressive
York?
Field here in
Couple
Cleveland, Ohio.
scenes?
So the Guardians have their opening day today, and the first pitch is like after 5 o'clock. But as you can see, they've opened up the stadium, and people are in there to enjoy
big
the
crowd in
eclipse.
there to watch that. That's great.
Yeah, you can. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
it just got darker here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. And then Mentor Civic Amphitheater again. The field starting to fill, and everybody looking up at the sky for their opportunity to see today's solar eclipse. This is us back here in Cleveland. Everybody looking up at the sky. We have 30 seconds until totality here in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh my God, I have goosebumps everywhere. Everybody's starting to cheer. I might cry. I kind of feel like crying.
Nothing. That's messed up.
This is so cool to see. It's getting
Look a
so
little dimmer
dark
outside
so
where I'm at in
fast.
Philadelphia.
It's like night just descended on us.
And look at the crescent slowly disappearing. Crowds cheering here. Cell phones up, cameras up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and totality. Totality, everyone.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Oh my God.
I was so nervous.
Wow. I know, I wasn't sure because we had some high clouds, but oh my goodness, you can see that corona extending out. Oh wow.
Yeah, the clouds were really bothering me and really scaring me. It did get very cloudy here in the last hour and a half, but we have a great view
It's
here
beautiful.
in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes.
Wow, look at the corona.
You can hear the crowd. Wow, everybody's got their phones out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. You know, I saw pictures of what the shape of the corona might look like from our NASA scientists, and it looks exactly like they predicted.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and you can see Jupiter and Venus.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So Jupiter's to the upper left of the eclipse that we're watching, and just to the right of it is Venus.
Yes. Oh, and I see some of those pink protuberances we've been talking about all day.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And again, all around us you see light, but just at the top where we are.
360 sunset.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, Indianapolis had described that as well.
Woo!
We have totality here for 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
That is such a luxurious amount of time. I saw the 2017, I think we only had about 2 minutes. So.
And why is that? Why does the length of totality differ?
Oh yeah, well, because sometimes the moon is a little closer, a little further away. Its orbit's elliptical, and so when it's further away, it looks smaller in the sky, but when it's closer, it looks bigger, and so we get a little bit more extra time.
Look at the prominence. You can see it on the bottom. On the bottom there.
So pretty.
Wow.
It's like bright pink.
That is insane that you can see it from there. From here.
Yes.
Just like the power of our sun. I'm truly in awe right now. And cold. I'm in awe and cold.
It did drop.
It is
dropped probably
noticeably
10
colder.
degrees. It's like, yes.
Yes. Looking around to the crowd. A lot of people videotaping it,
It
trying
got a
to
little
take
dimmer where
photos.
I'm at in Philadelphia, and this is
The
just
lovely
Cleveland.
backdrop of the Cleveland skyline.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We have the stadium right next to us.
Got a little dimmer.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
curious to see if it
And
gets
again,
any
thanking
more
the Great
dimmer
Lakes Science Center and
or darker
NASA
when
for
it gets
hosting
to,
this
Erie,
event here
Pennsylvania.
in downtown
I
Cleveland,
think that's
Ohio.
next on the list.
And it's great to like sort of join humanity to all come together at once and experience this together with such a great
Oh,
group
look at the
of
screen
folks.
right now. Here's a shot of the skyline. Wow, the sky looks on fire. Beautiful. A lot of excitement still here in the crowd. Sarah's just taking it all in. Sarah, you're supposed to be commentating. You're supposed to be saying.
So beautiful.
So you can tell that we have some cloud cover, right? It's kind of hazy here, but still.
It is, yeah, some high clouds. I was worried about it, but like we can still really see, have a pretty good view here.
Wow. And again, this is so rare for people here in Cleveland to see a total solar eclipse. The last time was 1806.
Yes.
The next time, guys, 2444. That is incredible.
I hope everybody took the time to come outside and witness this today.
Oh my gosh. You can still see that prominence. Again, talk to us about what a prominence is.
Yeah, so that pink color comes from the helium in the sort of outer atmosphere of the sun there. Oh, it's beautiful.
And it gives off that pink glow.
Yeah.
Wow. Totality ending here. Wow, there's the diamond ring. Oh!
Time to get your glasses back out.
Time to put your glasses back on, everyone. That's your cue. Glasses back on.
We get that diamond ring.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What an amazing experience. My first total solar eclipse.
Yes.
Let's see what they think about this in Niagara with Daryl Nail.
All right, come on, where your audio? Get it together.
Over the entire area, you can hear the crowd erupting at various moments
Niagara
when the
Falls.
eclipse
Let me see.
has
What
been
is it?
seen. But we are under pretty cloudy conditions, and David Sheeny is with us. He's a program executive with the Heliophysics Division. David, this is a challenging situation to be in order to try to see this eclipse. We've seen glimpses.
We have seen glimpses. So we're basically spending our time staring at the sky, hoping for a little bit of a glimpse.
All right, just skip
of
eerie,
what
huh?
would be a totality. So right now, the sky is just
See how you
completely
do
gone
us.
dark.
No love
You can
for
see all the lights,
Pennsylvania,
basically.
huh?
Everybody's cameras and everything else are all making it lighter. And it's gotten significantly colder as well, just over the last several minutes.
And it's like, it's fascinating to see it go night like this. We've been listening to everybody across the country enjoying totality and seeing it clear. That's not the experience we're having here. In fact, it's so cloudy that our telescope operator, Jessica Bellina, who's working very hard to try to get a lock on it, has not been able to get that telescope feed dialed in because she has to have a view of the sun in order to see it. So we don't have a feed for you from Niagara. What we have is just every once in a while you'll hear part of the crowd, only part of the crowd will cheer because I guess they kind of have an angle through the clouds to see just a little bit.
Yeah, and the clouds are really only cleared out enough occasionally to even need eclipse glasses. So for the most part, you have a thick enough layer of clouds that you can see the eclipse without them, and it's just fine. So a lot of us have been able to just take regular pictures with our cameras.
Let's take a look and just kind of enjoy the moment of darkness that we're in now. People have come from all over the world to be
you
here.
can see some. It looks like it's a little bit lighter up there. Our spotlights are blinding these guys. Can we turn the spotlights down? So there, look, you got a little bit of eclipse right there with people watching. So we're just
With the camera,
catching little
so
glimpses
you might be able to pick it up a little bit with your camera,
as we look
right?
up into the sky.
At least a little dot.
So this might not be as exciting as some, but this is what we get. We're
ain't.
just hoping to have a little bit of a glimpse.
Point your camera
well, we've
up.
got
I
3
guess you
minutes
can't
and
see it at
29
all.
seconds for it to happen. We're
Damn,
already
so you can see it with your
minute or
phone,
so
but
in.
not with your $1,000 camera.
We heard there's going to be skydivers that are going to jump out.
$1 million
Probably
camera.
hard to see them.
Yeah, I don't know
There
that
you
we'll
go.
never get to see the skydivers.
Got some
Can't-
feed.
You can't see any of Niagara Falls really. It's basically all like as if it was night for us here. You can start to see some of the light come in from the other side.
So we're taking now a view of Tupper Lake, New York. That's
oh look, there you go.
Oh, hey,
There you go,
we got a
totality
shot.
right there.
We got a
We're
shot
getting
of Niagara.
totality right now that we can
There
see.
it is.
We just got a really nice clear spot right there. So wow.
Hey, you see that? You see
Got a little bit of hole
flickering
in the
lights
clouds
coming
so
down.
everybody
Like,
can see.
look like he
Just
turned
opened
his
up.
camera down and turned
And
to
now that was the
dimmed it real
roar
quick.
from the crowd that you just heard. And just as soon as
Nah.
it showed,
So
Okay,
yeah,
his
we're
camera
continuing to
sucks.
watch the totality that we're getting right now.
Guess them high expensive cameras. They don't have no
You can see a little bit of
light
hint on the side
adjust or nothing.
as it's shining through.
He gotta have light all the time for his shit to
down
work.
there, duck down.
Point it upward, man. I want to see the sky. Like he ain't trying to show.
So here we go. We have another view a little bit. Another little view right here.
No.
As it's starting to peek out around. There it is. So we're getting starting to peek out just around right there. Yep.
Well, totality
over here, like
is
a ring light.
Complete.
Yeah.
To the far right.
Well, that was a fun experience to watch and hope for, like just everybody else around here, hoping for a view. And we got it.
That was a unique experience.
Jerk off.
Lights up.
And while I was there, it's so much faster than the other ones.
And
right
suddenly
there.
night is turning into light and day.
Yeah, we're getting
right?
we're getting.
Didn't it seem like that joint was kind of fast?
That's a lot of light.
I was worried there for a second that we weren't going to get anything. David Cheney, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you sharing this experience. I was really worried that we were going to see something. Fortunately for everybody here in Niagara Falls, we got to see a little bit of the eclipse.
Yes, we did. That was great.
Cheering now. Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
As we take a look around the falls.
Why was they doing so fast?
People have not moved. They are still looking up, enjoying the partial eclipse now. We're going to bring in Jeremy
but
Hansen.
This is another place. I think they skipped
He is a Canadian
Niagara
Space
Falls
Agency
because Niagara
astronaut
Falls wasn't getting no coverage. So they went back
has
to
been at the
somewhere
falls
else
with
that
us for
was
the
in
past few days.
New York
And
or something. I don't know.
Jeremy, you're going to be on Artemis 2, of course, the mission. We'll talk a little bit about
still
that.
live.
I'm going to be looking over your shoulder here, Daryl.
Hey, make sure you put on your glasses.
We're still
No, it's the same
A lot
one.
of cloud cover, but
That's true.
That was actually, I think, exceeded expectations.
It just seemed like
Well,
this
I mean,
joint
when your
was
expectations
a lot
start off with
faster.
just clouds everywhere.
And he an
And I didn't
astronaut.
think we were going to get anything. How did you feel when it
skeptical,
finally
my
broke
boy.
through?
I felt like success because we all really wanted to see it in totality, and we might have only saw it for 5 seconds, but we did get to see it, and we could see the corona, and that was just very special for me. So I really liked that. And then when it passed totality, it was like this amazing. Hopefully the camera captured it, but just like that amazing sunrise just coming across the clouds. Actually, the clouds kind of made a nice backdrop for it, so that was pretty special.
That was very unique, very special. I'm so glad and a little relieved that we got to see a little bit of it. That was the moon passing in front of the sun. You're going around the moon in September of 2025, currently scheduled for that. You'll be the first Canadian to do so. You just saw a real special moment. That's another one. What are your thoughts on getting ready to take that big trip?
You can imagine I have a lot of thoughts about Artemis 2 and what Reed, Christina, Victor, and I are getting ready to undertake. But if I have to boil it down, a lot of it comes down to pride. I'm really proud of humanity for taking on these big challenges. We're really proud of the United States for their leadership, for creating this opportunity where other countries can express our genius, bring real contributions to the program. And now Canada is going to be the second country in the world to send a human into deep space. And it's got nothing to do with me. It has to do with the genius that the world is sharing. I just love that.
That's amazing. Want to mention real quick, we are in full totality up at Tupper Lake, New York, not far from here in northeastern New York. We're here in western New York where light is continuing to shine and get a little bit brighter. It really is special, and we really felt that in the 4 days that you were here interacting with the public. Was that your sense?
There's a lot of excitement around this celestial event that's happening and around space exploration in general, which I find really uplifting. I don't think space exploration solves all the problems or challenges of the world, but I do believe it is one of the pillars of those solutions. It doesn't matter what problem you're looking at, space plays a role. And I love it when I see our youth getting fired up about, asking me, how do I work at NASA? How do I work at the Canadian Space Agency? We're on the US side here, but I've had some Canadians come up to me. It's just something that brings us together. This, the spirit of humanity. Just like this experience we're having here, it's a very, it feels like community. We're all out here, just humans, just being humans and sharing something special.
And sharing it together was really neat, that communal part that you talk about. Like, I felt a little bit of a bond with everybody here now. Yeah. You as well. Appreciated seeing you and having dinner over the past few nights. Just happened to work out coincidentally. Yeah. Really enjoyed the time. Great words today, and we will all be rooting you on for your mission coming up in September of next year. So good luck. Be safe. We'll be rooting you and your crew on. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, we'll take it. I appreciate that. And I don't know if you saw it when you're on camera because you were busy, but the birds, they just went nuts in totality. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
They're all up here. They came out of the woodwork. I mean, there's been birds all day, but it was sort of like birds filling the sky. I thought that was really neat to see. Anyway, thanks for having me today. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for fill that out in your citizen science journal. Make sure you put that in there because we're doing that. All right, thank you, Jeremy. And I just want to say thank you also to New York State Parks, Niagara Falls specifically. We couldn't have done this without you. So thank you very much. Definitely. We're going to throw it now to Kennedy Space Center, where James Traley is tracking totality at Tupper Lake. James?
That's right, Daryl. Yeah, we are still in totality in Tupper Lake. We are nearing the end of our eclipse across North America. You can see our last target of the day, Holton, Maine, is all the way up here, almost off your screen. This speed of the eclipse shadow is moving so quickly across. The ground speed is about 2,000 miles per hour, so that is a fast clip. If you're in the path of totality, really take full advantage of those few fleeting moments to observe this moment. If you're not in that path of totality, or if you missed it, hopefully you didn't miss it because we've been tracking it all day here showing you. If you did miss it, I'm going to zoom way out here and show you what to keep an eye out for in the future. So this is going to be the eclipse path in 2045. We're going to come through parts of Montana into North Dakota in 2044. 2045 is the next big eclipse across America. That's actually going to come, oops, I didn't draw here, there we go. That's going to come all the way from California into parts of Florida there.
Like
that is in 2045, so a long time to wait. So take full advantage of those fleeting moments to be able to observe this moment. I'm going to click on Burlington here, who are also in that path of totality, experiencing that.
All right, I'm back. I took a peek outside. You can see an eclipse, but we ain't going to get no totality range on, or from what I expect, unless I missed it. But it didn't get like dark like if we was in the direct path as some of these cities are. It passed over Erie, and because right now, like, if I can go back out there, you see the a little eclipse, like the edge of it, but you don't see no totality. It didn't get pitch black or nothing like that, like any of the central spots. But we did. If you look up right now, it's cloudy though where I'm at, but you do see a little some weird shit. Nah, it's just a little eclipse, which is normal though. We get those all the time.
You see that shadow creeping so quickly up to them up there. So let's check in with Angelique, who is up there in Holton, Maine. Hopefully it's beautiful weather for you. How's it looking up there, Angelique?
James, it is looking awesome up here. We are just a few minutes away from totality. You can hear people announcing it in the back, and people are getting excited, as am I. And here to share in all of that excitement with us is actually Dr. Eric Smith, the program scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope. Eric, it's so great to have you here.
Oh, it's great to be here, Angelique. This is really exciting.
Eric, is this your first eclipse?
This is the first totality I'm going to see, so I am super psyched, and I am delighted to be here in Maine to experience it.
Yes, and so we've actually been kind of watching as it slowly gets closer and closer, right? And what are we're starting to feel it getting kind of cooler. We're seeing the shadows change.
Yeah, we're seeing the light is definitely different from when the sun sets and the shadows get a little diffuse. Here they're still sharp, but the light is diminishing. Your brain tells it something different is happening.
Something is definitely up. So, speaking of up, that's where the James Webb Space Telescope is. And what's interesting about the telescope is that it actually can't look directly at the sun, just like we can't.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about why that is?
Sure. We designed Webb to look for very faint things in the distant universe, so it's very sensitive for very faint things. Of course, the sun is very bright, and so we had to make sure that it could never look at the sun. We use solar power to power the spacecraft, but the telescope can't look at the sun.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, as it's starting to get a little bit closer to all of the cool phenomenon, the Bailey's beads, the diamond, let's go ahead and put on our glasses.
All right.
So that we can look up and continue chatting. Wow.
Oh, just a little tiny
Just a little bit left. That is incredible. Wow. So, Eric, I have a couple more questions for you. Another thing that I was wondering about is how we can use actually eclipses to study exoplanets, which are planets outside of our solar system, using, I think, the transit method. Is that what that's called?
Yeah. Right now, during an eclipse, the moon...
Sorry, you can hear everybody getting excited. We're getting very close to totality here.
The moon is transiting in front of the sun just the way planets that orbit around other stars transit in front of the star. So Webb can look at those exoplanets and use the transit just like we're staring up at the moon transiting the sun.
Gotcha. And so a transit is, like you said, literally just when something crosses in front of something else. That's
right,
transit.
yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So throughout the broadcast, we've actually been able to see the eclipse through different telescope feeds. Can you tell me a little bit about what the difference is between, actually, we're going to go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
We're getting really close. Oh my gosh, it looks like just a few more seconds until we are in complete totality. Oh my gosh. 5, 4, 3, here we go.
1.
You can hear everybody cheering. This is incredible. So let's go ahead and take off our glasses. We are in totality now.
Oh, you can see the coronal spikes.
My
amazing.
That is
beautiful.
Incredible.
You can see a planet in the sky that you couldn't see before.
Oh, wow. And I think, is that one of the, oh gosh, the
there's some drone. There's a drone up there in the sky, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
It's incredible. The rays that you can kind of just see coming off of the corona.
Yes, yeah. Stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
And you can see the gradation in the sky color down to the horizon,
Oh,
too.
my goodness.
Yeah.
I am seeing a bit of that 360-degree sunset.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
That is really cool.
Space station.
It's amazing. Even though we're in the total shadow here, there's still the corona is still pretty bright.
It is incredibly bright.
You could read by the light of the corona.
I think I would have some trouble reading, but I probably could. I could technically read something. So, Eric. Oh, and actually, we have the International Space Station flying over right now. So they are actually seeing not one, but 2 views of the eclipse. They're able to see not just the moon passing in front of the sun, but they're also able to see the shadow of the moon passing over Earth, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, I can hardly imagine a view being better than the one we have right now. But if there is one, it's
probably on the space station.
It's from the space station for sure. Wow. So yes, they're able to take some pictures of that.
You think
and
that
that
could be
is
generated?
just incredible.
They could generate some
just
shit
incredible.
right now.
One of the things they told people to do if you're far away was to hear how nature changed. And it was interesting here. We're, of course, surrounded by a lot of people.
That doesn't
to hear their
necessarily mean-
reaction when we went into totality.
It's true. The humans in nature have not gotten quieter, but louder, I would say.
All right, that doesn't necessarily mean that they've gotten above the fucking firmament, though. So stay woke still, though. Like, doesn't necessarily mean they above. Like, why don't they turn around and show the moon and the sun right now? Like, just from the space station, just to show it, like, the perspective. Show us every angle. But that space station fucking view do look hot, though.
Where people could use their cell phones to take pictures during the eclipse. And
we're getting ready to come out of totality.
And here we go. But oh, there it is. Oh, it's peeking out. Oh.
Everybody is cheering. We have just made it to the end of totality. We're starting to see the sun just peeking back out again.
Now just look at the ground. How much brighter it's gotten.
It is already so much brighter. That is so wild. That was probably one of the most amazing, but also fastest 3 minutes of my life. I wish I could do it all again.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was incredible. Incredible to get to experience that here in Holton. Thanks so much to the city of Holton. And also thank you so much, Dr. Smith, for coming out and hanging out with us and experiencing this wonderful event.
Oh, it was my pleasure. And congratulations to the city of Holton here for doing such an amazing job covering the eclipse. It was amazing. Well orchestrated.
Above and beyond. And I want to say, of course, a special thank you to photographer Dave Bowman, who has been giving us these incredible images from the telescope feed. And we're going to enjoy as the rest of the eclipse kind of ends here, going back in the direction that it came. And with that, we're going to send it back over to you, Megan. Alrighty. Thanks, Angelique. So, Gina, I mean, what do you think? Like, we literally have just watched the eclipse travel, what, about 2,600 miles? It's
going across
Mexico to Maine.
Yes.
In like, what, about 88 minutes?
That's right. It's
so
like
fast.
that 1,900 miles per hour that the shadow is traveling.
I mean, did you have a favorite location?
For me, I think between Russellville and Dallas, just getting to hear some of my colleagues and their excitement too was amazing.
Oh my goodness, yeah no. So, I don't know, I have to be a little bit biased. We did have some cloud cover here, but to see it with your real eyes was just...
And we had that moment, which was...
We did, yes. It was amazing. And so it's really cool too, just to think about how millions of us now have this shared moment of what could be a once-in-a-lifetime event.
It's true.
And so, folks, we have time for some more questions from our viewers. And again, we have another great question from Mackenzie, who's in the 3rd grade.
Okay.
Let's roll it now.
Select a summon, Kupo. Hi, my name is Mackenzie. I am in 3rd grade. My question is, what is the difference between a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse?
Thank you for that question, Mackenzie. Okay, let's talk about the difference between the eclipses. Now, the solar eclipse that we had today is when the moon crosses between the Earth and the sun. But we also get lunar eclipses, and a lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth crosses between the moon and the sun. So it's really about where the shadow is going. Today, we have the moon shadow projecting on the Earth. During a lunar eclipse, we have the Earth shadow projecting onto the moon. So that's the main difference there.
That we just saw, too, those incredible views from space,
That's
you
right,
know,
from
to see that perspective view. And so I've got another question for you right now. It's going to be Eli on Reddit, who says he wants to know, there are quite a few solar eclipses in the world every few years, so why is this one scientifically interesting?
Okay, so yeah, we do get solar eclipses and lunar eclipses maybe 2 to 3 times a year. However, the total eclipse that happens today, total eclipses are about every 1.5 years, and that is a rare opportunity for us to look at the corona, study the corona in a way that we can't do during the other types of solar eclipses that we have. So
and during a solar maximum.
Exactly, during the solar maximum. So for this one particular, you know, we were talking about the solar activity that we were seeing on the limbs during the totality. Yeah, there's just a bunch going on today for this eclipse.
And so too, right now we've got another incredible view.
Oh, look at that.
These are live views from space, which is just mind-blowing in general. And now we're also to see the moon shadow across the Earth.
Wow.
It is just amazing. So, you know, Gina, too, thinking about how many people across North America today witnessed this one moment, it's a good reminder that humanity has been experiencing these eclipses for centuries. And, you know, there are different meanings for these events in different cultures. Let's check in with Joy in Dallas to learn more about indigenous astronomy. Joy.
Indigenous?
Hi, and welcome back to Dallas, Texas. I'm with Dr. David Begay. He's an indigenous astronomer and also a member of the Navajo Nation. David, thank you so much for joining us. So when people think about science, they might be thinking of Western science. So David, how does that relate to indigenous science? And what did the total eclipse mean to the Navajo people?
Death is too kind for them.
I think the knowledge on the eclipse...
Looks like a bad matchup for you. We fight as equals. Light of the dark! Light of the dark! Light of the dark! Light of the dark! I shall destroy the core.
I think it's time I destroy the core. Crush that core, Kupo!
You're a goner! Light of the dark!
Use your skills, Kupo!
Here it comes! Here it comes! You're a goner! Here it comes! Here it comes!
More bravery attacks
shall destroy the core.
Use your skills, Kupo!
I think it's time I destroyed the core.
Finish that blow, Kupo!
What a move!
Tell us more about some cool science that And so can you tell us, why did NASA launch rockets?
Use your skills, Kupo! Summon your serpent, Kupo!
Concentrate on summoning.
Call forth our summon. Drag them to the bottom of the sea!
Do you have any final thoughts?
You know, this was amazing. Annular was great, but to hear the energy here,
The total was
so
just
great
a whole
to be with
nother level.
Both of you, you know.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you know, a big thank you to the city of Kerrville, Texas, the Parks and Rec team, and all the people that made today's incredible event possible. I also want to thank our telescope operator Catherine Troach, for those great views of totality here in Kerrville. Folks, that is a wrap from Kerrville, Texas. Back to you in Cleveland.
Thank you to Hira and Gina, and also Kate Calvin. And now check out who we have here at the host desk, the astronaut himself, Josh Dobbs, who just signed on as quarterback for the 49ers. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I feel good. It's exciting times. Obviously, I spent a couple years here in Cleveland. Got a chance to have some fun over at NASA Glen during my time here.